Hey guys, so good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining our webinar. Today we'll be talking about easy way to increase the sales by leveraging your customer reviews. I'm Paul Razanov, the CEO of the MageCloud, and I'm really glad to present this webinar in a partnership with the Trustpilot. This is the company that we normally recommend to our customers. But just to make it more, open for everyone, everything that we'll be talking about this webinar, it's not just with the Trustpilot. You can easily handle it with the other tools. We'll be just using that mostly as a sample point. All right, so let us get started. I want to start with pretty basics, like the customer reviews, why this is important and how can you implement that into your online strategy. So first of all, you understand the different, the visitors coming to to your website, like from Google, Bing, any different channels, and mostly they start with like a basic search. Sometimes they're just searching for this, like a general keywords. Like for example, I don't know, like toy store, Los Angeles, right? So basically, when someone's searching for the certain category or even service, like does not have to be like an e-commerce shop. You could be just a normal business, right? I don't know, lawyer, auto car dealer, and stuff like that. So toy store, Los Angeles. Every single time when you specify the location, right, the visitor specified location, Google will eventually start showing the results, right? So basically, those results coming from Google My Business profile, right? So basically, it's coming from the Google Map, all right? And as you can see here, the reviews that's going on over here, that's the reviews that the business owner can collect, okay? So basically, like if you're doing promotions of your website, right, there's a couple ways how you can do it. Number one, you can definitely pay to Google, right? Or if you don't want to pay to Google, it will take you some time to be in the top 10 organic results. But if you'll just go ahead and you can, if you have a offline store, you can just register with the Google My Business profile, right? Just let me just go ahead and share with you. With the Google My Business profile, you will be able to jump into that. You will be able to organize. Let me switch that to the English, so it will be much easier for you guys. You can eventually just register the profile. You can verify address, which costs you nothing. You just have to wait for the Google code. You verify address. You put everything over here, and then what you can do from this panel, as you can see, we've got some reviews over here. If you scroll down, there is a way for you to share review form, right? So basically what you can do then is you can generate the certain link, which can be, friendly enough, which you can then share to the social network, or even, like, my recommendation is if you can extract the data of your past clients, you can send them like I don't know, coupon codes. You can send them email newsletter and ask to leave the review for your business on Google. I do understand it's probably like, I don't know, 5 to 10% will leave a review, but eventually, if you will start from that, first of all, you will be able at least to get to this page, right? And as you can see, it will cost you nothing compared to doing like SEO, building like a content and links and stuff like that. So you can eventually be on the Google map, right? And you can showcase the best review. Like, I'm not 100% sure if, like, what's the specific algorithm Google will use, because they also have like some filters here and there, but eventually I know that their ratings over here and the amount of the reviews, it's eventually like a good factors for Google to showcase your business right away. All right, so let's start from that one. The number one key scenario: register Google My Business, fill out all the information, upload the images, etc., and then start collecting reviews on your Google My Business profile. How you can utilize this on your personal website, all right? So let me go ahead and just show you a little bit. So let's say I'm using, MageCloud London, which is our London location, right? So what I will find out here, right? So this is our Google My Business profile that we manage ourselves. So if I will go into the Google Maps over here, right? That's our agency over here. And from that panel, what I will be able to do is I will click share, right? So imagine I have those reviews, and by the way, in our case, we're actually verified a couple of locations, right? So you can do exactly the same if you have a different maybe warehouses around the US or UK, etc. But what's nice here is once you get to this point, you might be able to click share, embed a map, and then use this code to embed into your website that will eventually present you Google ratings. So now imagine if I would have here, like, I know, 1,000 results, this block can go into maybe contact page. Sometimes you can even embed this on the footer of your page. That's probably something that I would not really recommend to do, because I really care about the speed of your website. But if you just install it on the contact page with the directions, that's already like a good sign. You can still create ask your designers to create like a nice image. Hey, we've got like X many reviews on our website, etc., on Google, sorry, and then kind of embed this. What's the reason to handle that is, like, first of all, let's imagine we'll push those reviews into the Google My Business profile, but at this embed also this map onto the website. But eventually what you can do is you can even push this into the Google Organic. So for example, let me show you on our MageCloud.agency website. On our MageCloud.agency website, we eventually, like, using Trustpilot, we have like 18 reviews and stuff like that. So, but like, imagine you can eventually do exactly the same with your Google, right? And then if you will embed the special code into your website with it's called like a reviews and rating snippet, something like that. You see here, that's the code that we embedded into the page. Basically, that's the actual reviews that were made on Trustpilot. But you can do exactly the same by copying or by getting the reviews from your Google My Business page, right? And then it's basically supposed to be done in this certain way, right? So you can easily. My presentation will be available, and the video will be available, so you can easily pass this over to your developer. They can kind of steal some sort of content. But then the idea is there is a tool called Google Product Snippet Test. I'm going over here, and let me show you. I will push my site over here. What I'm doing right now, it's eventually kind of, like I said, it can be utilized by just a generic e-commerce brand or any sort of other brand, if you're offering some sort of service and stuff like that. So basically, Google analyzing my content, and I'm pushing to Google all of my, I will push into my to Google like my site name. I will push in my ratings, etc., reviews. Like, what was the reason to push that? It's just I want to make sure that when someone typing, let's say someone searching for Magento Agency London, right? Magento Agency London, our results appear over here as a top one page, and also, as you can see here, we have ratings, we have reviews as well. So this way, at least we already, like, as you can see, our snippet here was the stars, like was the symbols, was the icons. It's available here, and eventually it's kind of a little bit stand out with the rest. All right. So I highly recommend you to implement that into your strategy. So you can eventually go ahead and use the Google My Business tool in your strategy, right? All right. So that's the one type of reviews that you can utilize. Next, the next stuff that I highly recommend you to use, because eventually it's a free it's a free platform. You don't have to pay anything for that. It's so-called Google customer reviews, right? So as you can see here, I'm showing you the one of the websites, headlightdepot.com, and over here at the bottom right corner, we have 4.8 Google customer reviews, right? So it's a special page that will be available on your website, and you can the integration, like to integrate this and to apply, you have to go ahead into your Google Merchant Center. So basically, it's a special program started by Google called Google Customer Reviews, available in the certain countries, right? So please make sure that you have your countries in list. So basically what you have to do is you will have to register with the Merchant Center profile, merchants.google.com, right? You have to verify your profile, that's number one. And then basically if you go into your Merchant Center profile over here, there is a manage programs. There is a customer reviews. Okay, so you will have to activate this feature for your account. After that, once you activate this feature into your account, the next step would be to integrate the special code that will be installed on your e-commerce website, and we'll start collecting some reviews on the checkout success page. So eventually, let me show you here. So basically, you will have to integrate the special code on your checkout success page when, basically Google gives you all the code over here. You just have to fill out with your the merchant ID that will be provided to you by Google, the order ID, which is the order ID of your internal order number, customer email, country code, estimate delivery date, and some optional as well. Like if there is a product, you can also send to Google the products that customer purchased. So once that's the code that you have to embed into your success page, order confirmation page. And then basically, let me skip here and just show you around. That's the presentation, like I said, that will be available. So that's the page that will appear. So once someone will click the purchase order confirmation page, there is a pop-up that will appear, and after that, after a few days, Google will email confirmation to the user and ask to leave the review of your service. All right. So that's pretty much the idea of this tool. There is a certain requirements. So once you start collecting reviews, right, there is a certain requirements until those reviews will be available on your website. I mean, obviously, still you will have to also embed the special code. So to show this page at the bottom, you will still have to embed the special code. It's a different, like add Google page, customer review page here. It's another special code that will be installed on every single page on your website, basically where you wanna the Google page appear. But any page is fine. Like you can still probably skip, I don't know, shopping cart checkout, and if you don't want to do that. But the rest of the pages is like it's the same. But like I said, there is a certain limitation. So you have to collect at least 100 unique reviews for the specific countries over the 12 months, right? And obviously, the ratings should be at least like 3.5 and more. Okay, so it's like, but again, if your rankings is less than 3.5, then I don't know if it's a good thing to show the reviews and ratings to the website visitors. So that's pretty much kind of their something that you can embed onto your page and then promote those reviews in that kind of nice and easy way. If you don't like, if you're running on the, let's say, Magento 2 platform, right? Instead of embedding all those codes yourself, you can just buy an extension, Google Customer Reviews for Magento 2 from, let's say, Amnesty. Normally there might be some other extensions that you want to use, or some other vendors that you want to use, but normally Amnesty is one of our partner. We have a coupon codes that gives you, if I'm not mistaken, like 15% off. So you will just install extension, and everything will be integrated for you, and they have such a nice onboarding system, and you can definitely test that. So I'm not really seeing any reason why you cannot use this Google Customer Reviews to your on your store, because it's eventually, again, free of charge, provided natively with Google. Why I think this is important? So one of the reasons why this is important is because if you're writing Google Ads, right? If you're running Google Ads, then this ratings over here can be pushed into the Google Ads, right? So it's basically will increase the engagement with your paid ads as well. So definitely, please start using that, especially if you are doing some Google Ads campaigns. One more stuff, as you understand. Again, I want to make this crystal clear. Google Customer Reviews, it's so-called merchant reviews, right? So it's not like a product reviews. It's the reviews that customer will leave about, I don't know, shopping experience on your website, about your brand overall and stuff like that. And this is not the product reviews. But what you really have to do also, aside from generic merchant reviews, you know that people can also on any e-commerce website, they can submit review for the particular product, all right? So basically what you can do is you can install the specific extension on Magento 2. So for example, review reminder Magento 2 extension. Let's find out. Honestly, I forgot to put some stuff. So, but there is a bunch of them. Magento 2 review reminder, Mage Plaza. You know, whenever like provider you want to use, feel free to use. I don't want to promote like anyone, but basically by installing this extension, if someone will buy something on your website, the system will also send an email and ask them to review the certain products as well. What you can do with the reviews on your website. So first of all, it will on the product page, if you have a review system, that will help you out to engage the user, right, significantly with the extra content. I should probably find out some like a nice page with the reviews, but honestly, I did not really proceed with that. But end of the day, the idea is, let's imagine you start generating reviews for every single product, and then one of the main advantages, if you go ahead into the Merchant Center, again, under the Growth Managed program, there is another one called Product Rating, the 5-star rating and review system to your shopping ads. So eventually, aside from merchant review, which is customer reviews over here, right, which is like a global website review, I would say, product review, it's a reviews that can be attached to every single ad in, let's say, your Google Shopping campaign. So to organize that, like there's a couple of rules for that. So under marketing, product reviews, right? First of all, you have to be approved by Google, right? But if you will be approved by Google, as you can see here, like status live, your account like already open, you know, and you can use product review system. You can generate the product reviews from your website and upload the product review feeds into the Google Merchant Center. This product review feeds inside of the Google Merchant Center, this is specifically product reviews, right? So basically, there is a certain certain XML file that should be generated. I don't know. It's your choice if it should be on daily basis or it should be on weekly basis. It's up to you. You know, you can see by yourself what's the best plan. But eventually, when you are doing promotions on the Google Shopping, you are obviously sending the product information, and aside from the product feed, you can generate that feed with reviews when you specify, let's say, SKU of the product, and you specify the actual review for this product, right? So one product could have like different reviews as well, etc., etc., etc. So eventually, that's a really nice tool then to attach the certain stars into your Google Ads specifically for the certain product. Okay, so just to summarize, aside of the Google reviews was the Google My Business. Google also gives you reviews, Google customer reviews, and also Google let you push your product reviews into your Google Ads campaign as well by utilizing that tool called product reviews as well. You have to be approved by that, but I mean, it's a cool feature that you can probably already use again at no cost. You don't have to pay anyone to do that. Now, let's imagine we have this 4.8 Google reviews, right? We are not paying anyone. It's one-time, I would say, integration fee where I start getting reviews. What we can do with that? So everything like, and it's a major step when I'm checking a lot of websites. I'm really seeing like some of them actually use like a paid plan, etc., etc., but they're not really utilizing review in the right way. What I mean by that? Like I said, there is two types of reviews. One is the merchant review, and the second is the product review. Product review, product page is a so-called long tail keyword, right? So, for example, if I will be searching for like a little bit more general content, right? It's more likely that would not be the product page that will be ranking Google, but eventually that would be the product listing page. So for example, over here, like a nice sample, if I will be searching for Lamborghini, headlights, right? I would likely be landing not in the Google result. I will likely be landing not on the product detail page, but I will be like the Google will show me more likely the product listing page. And on this product listing page, as you can see, what we have a rating system, like our 4.8, how many reviews we have, and also the pricing. So basically the minimum and maximum price on that category, which can be generated. We have an extension for that. So it's already, it's already available on the market. So the idea is just to utilize that as much as possible. Why? Because, for example, if at some point, like you will be searching for, something ahead of your competitors, right? Like compare the results, like if it's just the normal results, or if it's the results from, or if it's results like that, right? Like the title, description, ratings, reviews, and the pricing. So it's like the click-through rates on that type of snippet, it will be more advanced, right? So hopefully, okay. So and the last stuff that I wanna like always, please, when you will be implementing any sort of snippets, right? What you should do is just you have to go into the Google Structured Data Testing tool. There is another one as well. It seems like Google will discontinue that one that I'm showing you right now, but they have another one. But the idea is you have to make sure that you process your page and make sure that the snippet will be correct. One of the mistakes that I'm seeing with a lot of clients is like when they have many different snippets of the same type on the page. Like it's totally okay if you have different snippets like organization, breadcrumb, and products. But if you will have like a view product snippet on the page, basically the Google will be confused, right? So to push them, to push your customer ratings into the Google snippet, you will have to implement that sort of code. As you can see here, like name, low price, high price, the currency, and the ratings as well. It's nice stuff. If you have, if on your product, if on the category page, keep in mind, this is not the product itself, it's a category page, right? But you can also specify brand, category description, category image, stuff like that. So this is the way how you likely be more successful if you will be implementing that type of snippet on your product listing pages. About product detail page, right? It's exactly the same stuff. The product snippet also can be implemented. It will show like let me probably give you one more sample over here. So let's say that one, copy link address. So basically on the product detail page, the snippet will have a slightly different options. So let me show you right here. Yeah, product snippet, like product name, image, URL, blah, blah, like all of those type of stuff, as well as reviews and the price, right? So because it's a one single product, it's the one single price. There is also, if you have like a configurable product, maybe like a different options, then obviously you can have like a minimum price and the high price, low price and the high price here specified. Okay, so that's about the product snippet. Now, I really want to, as a summary, Google customer reviews, Google product, it's a free stuff that you can start using tomorrow. But as you can see, there are a bunch of the stuff that you have to embed into your page by yourself. Now, let's talk about, I would say, another options. Like Google definitely promoting Google customer review, like its own free program, but there are also other independent review websites. There's a bunch of the list over here. Some of the location specific, as you can see, like Australian, Japanese, etc., etc. So some of those companies, they are more recognized by in a certain area or in a certain geographic location. So for example, like if I'm not mistaken, FIFO, it's mostly used by UK merchant, Trustpilot. Again, like I'm seeing that much in the United States. So just again, like you probably can, I don't want to promote anyone here, but just you can do some research by yourself. The reason why we mostly partner with Trustpilot, a lot of businesses here, a lot of review collection systems, they originally was the free plan, but most of them already kind of switched over to the paid model. If I'm not mistaken, again, I could be wrong, but at least I know what I know. So basically, if you go to business.trustpilot.com and if you click on the plans, there is like standard, enterprise, etc., etc. But if you scroll a little bit down over here, there is an option like a free plan. Okay, so basically, what you will get with the free plan, and you don't have to pay again any single penny. You still can use Google customer reviews again at no cost. But if you want to be a little bit different from Google, and you can start, on different platforms. Basically, you can go ahead with the Trustpilot with the free account. With the free account, you will get a company profile page. You will be able to send certain amount of the invites to leave the reviews and respond to the reviews as well. So basically, in that case, if you will apply for the free account, there is a bunch of the options that's available for you. So number one, you can install Trustpilot extension, which is available on Magento 1, Magento 2, right? But if you actually not a developer, or you don't want to spend money or time installing this extension, there is an option, get reviews, right? So number one, you can obviously click invite customers and upload your customer list with the email, with the name, email, and basically you will be able to send you'll send invitation to leave the reviews, but also there is a nice automatic feedback service which is available. So with automatic feedback service, what you can do is Trustpilot will generate for you a certain special email address, which you can use as a BCC as your order confirmation. So basically, you've copied this email address. You go to your Magento or any platform, and then, for example, over here, stores configuration. Then when you go to stores configuration under the sales emails, send order email copy to, you put this email address, switch to the BCC, and then what will happen is your system automatically will notify this email address with like a confirmation, and the system will automatically send invites for the customer who will be placing an order on your website to leave review, right? So it works very similar to how Google organized the stuff, but eventually it's independence with Google. You don't have to install any sort of code on your website, and then you will be getting reviews like that, right? So be ready. Again, like not everyone will be showing and like interest to leave your review. But again, otherwise what you can do is you will have your own page on Trustpilot, and you will be able then to send email newsletter, ask people to leave their reviews. Obviously, if it's an automated feedback service, I'm sure that it will be more trustful, rather than just ask someone random to leave review on your page. And there is a different widgets that you can embed into your website, into the email campaigns and stuff like that. So eventually you will be able, again, on the free plan, you have certain reviews as well, right? And you can embed them. Or with the paid plan, you can already start implementing the reviews in different ways on the website. Okay, so that's a little bit of the review of Trustpilot system, and again, hopefully you can sort of use that. How you can use that, right? So if you're on the free plan, I mean, no worries. You can just embed like a certain widget. You can still push these reviews into the snippet, like I was showing about here. If you're on the paid plan, like number one, you can definitely keep this message, how many reviews, etc., etc. At the same time, with the paid plan, you can start collecting the product reviews for the Trustpilot. So as you know, in any e-commerce store, you might have internal review system, but if you're using, let's say, paid plan with Trustpilot, then you can utilize Trustpilot reviews. It's your choice, whenever you want to use. Potentially what you can do is you can have like site reviews and then reviews by Trustpilot, so even have it separate by 2 tabs. That's really up to you. So the way how you want to organize that in your business, I'm fine with that. So it gives you but it gives a little bit more trust, for the user. But eventually, like I said, if you don't want to upgrade it, you can still use specifically the Trustpilot free account, collect merchant reviews by the Trustpilot and by Google, and the product reviews can be eventually be internal by Magento or WooCommerce or Shopify. So that's a little bit of story with the third-party platforms. Most of the platforms also allow you to export reviews, or it can be available using API and stuff like that. So, from what I know, some of the platforms, they can even, if will be migrating between those platforms, they can even grab the reviews and stuff like that. So that's already, I think, something that I will let you to research what platform is the best for you. My last advice maybe about the reviews is, whenever happens, please, when you go to the Google Search Console, please, there is a special, under enhancement, there is a review snippet option here, which is basically, I highly recommend you to check, right? So as soon as you implement any sort of snippet, please make sure there is no problem. Please make sure there is a, like, it's always green, etc., etc. If there will be any troubles, like warnings, you can skip probably, but if there's an error, then obviously jump in and try to resolve this as soon as possible, because otherwise Google might not show the snippet at all, to the end user. So I think that's a quick introduction into the review system. I know it's already some time. So what I want to do right now, it's as always at the end of our webinar, we're sharing with our audience some extra coupon codes specifically for Magento with all of those vendors. Feel free to use our coupon codes to save the cost. Please don't publish this online. But again, I do hope that will the savings that you will have with those coupon codes will really help you out with your development needs. And again, I want to thank you for your time. If there will be any specific questions, feel free to email me, paul@magecloud.agency or paul@magecloud.net. I mean, if there are any questions, please let me know. I tried to be as productive as possible on this webinar. Yeah, just go ahead. It seems like there is no open questions. Then I will just let you guys maybe email me if there will be anything that you want to keep private. But for now, I really want to appreciate your time. Thank you very much for attending this webinar, and subscribe to our newsletter, check our blogs for upcoming events. And I really want to wish all of you success. There's a bunch of the like a Black Friday stuff going on. Wish you all the best with your e-commerce efforts, and hopefully I can see you soon on our next webinar. Thank you. Bye-bye.